Hello, everyone. I don't know if anybody's going to be watching this. Honestly, I'm just going to be playing a game very poorly, more than likely. I've bought this last week, messed with it a little bit, and I'm just not very good at it. I haven't understood the rules of Three Kingdoms. Basically, this particular version of Total War. I mean, it behaves like a normal Total War, except that the generals are a little bit um, more more powerful. I mean, they're closer to what you would have in the other version, basically in Total War Warhammer compared to, let's say, Rome or medieval or Empire. But nobody really plays Empire anymore. It's not a bad. Oh no, I don't like Empire. That's the one that I like the least from the bunch. Uh, Apparently, Pharaoh Total War is pretty darn terrible, so I'm not going to be messing with that. I've touched these settings a little bit. I mean, the voice acting is not terrible. I don't know how loud everything is going to be. I'm not sure if we're going to have anybody else joining the stream here as well. I'm not sending out links or anything. Let me just close out of a few things here so we can get things moving. I've got the big blood thing here on there, but I turn it off all the time, not only because it uses up a lot of resources, but because it's also quite annoying. Personally, I don't like them. I've got unit sizes to large, which is decently big, but it's not huge. Um, let's see here. There's options for benchmark, etc. I'm just going to go with ultra unit size. I don't know if it's better or worse. I mean, I know for Total War Warhammer, you generally want the larger unit sizes. There we go. I don't know if there's a difficulty setting here because every time I always have issues here, and I don't know if there's a difficulty setting that I haven't set up properly. Um, I've never I don't see any difficulty settings here. Time of day, default, auto save. Oh, campaign difficulty, basic battle difficulty. Ah, there it is. It's hiding in the options on this menu. So that might be why I'm having issues. Okay. I'm going to put campaign on easy because I honestly don't know. I always fail in the campaign level. Battle difficulty, I'm going to stick to normal, or I could stick it at easy, making things much easier for me. I'm just gonna go easy. I think it might be a little bit easier. Show AI player move limited is a good idea. Timeless character, people don't die of old age. I don't need that. Autosave to the cloud is a terrible idea because it slows the game a whole lot more. I will turn off battle realism because I like to be able to modify what I want. What do we have here? So the different with the different settings we have here. Uh, Yellow Turban Rebellion 18 to 182. Why did they put CE there? It's Anno Domini, or they could have put the actual Chinese calendar. It would have made more sense in a Chinese game to go with the Chinese calendar. But you know, so this is Yellow Turban Rebellion. It's an expansion, it's a DLC. So it plays a little bit differently from the other campaigns. Rather than trying to become emperor, you basically have to kill the Yellow Turbans or unite China uh, uh, under what would you call that, Chinese Jesus. I honestly don't know where the way of peace came from. It was just a religion in that particular era of China, but it has a lot of stuff actually that kind of look like Christianity. So I'm not sure if it was not actually a Christian denomination in that particular region. It's an odd thing here. The Yellow Turbans, I mean, fairly common kind of situation in China where a religious leader tries to take over the country and it causes all sorts of problems. Uh, 190 is your standard start for our good friends here. So this is your standard start for if you were playing, let's say, the regular Romance of Three Kingdoms game. That's your basic start, where you have your basic three character, Cao Cao, Liu Bei, and Sun Jian. You've got the weird southern dude, Meng Wo, the southern king, Gongsun Zhang, who was a powerful warlord at the time, but he kind of fell off. I find it weird that in the recommended characters, you don't have Yuan Shao, which was another major leader at that point. Probably another guy who could have united China in that particular era. You've got, of course, a lot of different leaders possible. They all have a little bit of a different gameplay form, but they're not massively different one from the other. Kong Rong, Tao Qian, Wan Shu, the cousin of Wan Shao, who's a dickhead. Um, and it's usually separated between coalition, empire, bandits, and a whole bunch of southern tribes. Southern tribes are your weirdos from southern China, northern Vietnam, Thailand, etc. So a bunch of different kind of folks. Bandits and outlaws have a different gameplay mechanic as well. Yan Bai Hu being the biggest one of the bunch. I tried it for a little bit. It looks a little bit weird. It's plays like a bit of a mix of the Southern Tribes, which is a DLC, and a mix of the Imperial one. So you've got like Chinese units, but you're roaming around in tribes and roaming around in groups. So it's a little bit different there. Your other eras, 194, which is when the actual big fighting starts. 200, which is basically the center of the Three Kingdom era. And 291, which is the end of the whole story here. So it's far, far from the center of it. So it does give you a big time frame to play in. I would have liked maybe a few middle era one here. And I don't think they're planning any additional expansions for this one. Maybe there'll be a Three Kingdom 2 at some point, but they haven't been making as many Total War games as they used to. And in terms of DLC, whenever they release DLC, they're usually overpriced. So it's not, I got this one at a discount with all DLC. It came to about 65 Canadian, which was pretty good at the time. Just give me a second here. Just need to check a few things. All right. So where do I want to go? I could start 190 or 194. I'm not sure which one. 190 is really the start. 194 is the a more sensible era. You can play with Lubu, who's a fun leader here. It's historical, obviously, especially if you play in romance mode. If you play in records mode, which is historical, well, it's supposed to be a little bit more historical. So we've got different options here. Since nobody is really watching, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Um, could go with the most symbol, which would be a Liu Bei start, and just go with that and see where I'm able to go. I messed up yesterday. I tried playing with Liu Bei a little bit yesterday, and it was a bit of a mess because I was allied with everyone. So trying to expand when you're allied with everyone is pretty difficult. So we start right after the Yellow Turbans Rebellion. Basically, a bunch of religious folks decided to try to overthrow the government. The government repressed them with a bunch of new warlords showing up, and that kind of caused the government to progressively get worse. A tyrant sits on the throne, and a bunch of people are trying to either overthrow him or remove him from power. So the emperor gets his title again, but a lot of people don't like the emperor anymore as well because, well, he's kind of falling apart or is too young to actually rule. So it's a very big mess of an era. If I start with Liu Bei, I start kind of in the middle of the map. They tell me I need to protect Kong Rong and Tao Qian. Tao Qian is probably going to be a bad guy at some point. Kong Rong is generally an okay dude. Find a power base, make your way past the yellow turban. So nothing really weird. And your first mission is always to beat up a group of yellow turban rebels. So pretty useful. So they're giving me a little bit of things here. So I have my army here with Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei. So we've got the three brothers. They're all friends with each other. It goes fairly well. And you can go in and see and edit them to give them some items here. So if we look here, I've got a military instructor, I've got a Taoist monk, and I've got a merchant that I can install on the characters. So I'm going to put this +2 public order is very good. And in my accessories, I've got a book and a statue. So I'm just going to actually give them to other characters. So here, +2 instinct is good. We'll give that to Zhang Fei. If I look at this is my faction in general. Got Zhang Yong here. I can put him as my chancellor. It'll give him something to do. You generally want all your characters to be doing something in your party. So I'm going to give him a merchant, and I'm going to give him this book here. Once he becomes an administrator, it'll be better, and we should be good to go. We've got a few different things here going on. Yes, the Three Kingdoms is kind of a mess, but it's a very fun era to play in. So right now I'm, as you can see, in this particular region of China. It's because I'm not pointing straight north. I prefer pointing straight north when I'm messing with things because it makes more sense. The map is very big for this particular game. Not as big as, like, say, Total War 3, but geez, it is a big map. It's much bigger than Samurai 2, other pops. Because Japan is much smaller than China. Let's go with that. And in terms of various faction, there's always a lot of things. So I'm going to take Liu Bei, and I'm going to attack those yellow turbans. So a bunch of rebels. I could just delegate. We're going to do an actual battle to see how the game goes. I've got to warn everybody, I am really not good at this game. I'm one of those guys who delegates the battles like 95% of the time, not only because I don't like the loading screens, but because I don't like micromanaging units all the time. This game is not as bad as Total Warhammer, where every unit has special abilities and everything, but you do have to manage a whole lot of things here. It's just that my restream Other Pops is set up for Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. It does all three at the same time. So, that's just how it is. Of course, I'd probably, like, on YouTube, I'd actually make money, but since it's set up to restream on all three spots, I am perfectly fine with doing it. All right, just waiting for it to load. Yes, my computer has a lot of RAM, but it doesn't have anything else, so it's not always the fastest. All right, slowly loading. That's part of why it generally, like, for battles where I know I was going to win, like this one here, I probably should just have auto resolved. But I want to play the game a little bit and show people. Twitch is far from my first home. Let's be honest. I like going on Twitch and talking to people, There's a few streamers I follow on there, but I don't think I'd be able to make a living off Twitch like some people do. I'm not making a living off YouTube either, anyways, but YouTube feels more natural to me for a lot of the streaming stuff. So I've got archers in the back. I've got regular militias in the front. Where's my horseman? Got a saber cavalry. I only have one saber cavalry. I only have one block of horsemen. Well, I've got 2 blocks of horsemen. Gonna put them to the side. Take Quan Yu, put him with 1 block of cavalry, put Zhang Fei with another block of cavalry, and keep Liu Bei in the middle. Nothing super fancy. And as with any good Total War battle, well, I just let the enemy come to me. It's never worth it to actually charge the enemy. You're just tiring your people for no good reason. He's just moving in a straight line. The cavalry units are weak to the spears that are on his side. I mean, he is like not poorly positioned. It's a standard formation. It is everything's in the back. Just letting him come. Just let him come. He's challenging my lord, of course. Sure, let's duel, bro. Let's duel. Still gonna send my infantry forward now. I can pause and set things up a little bit. Now things are starting to break down. I mean, we're mostly running a whole bunch of militias on both sides, so things are not going to be looking all that fancy. All right, you going to shoot these guys. I mean, Liu Bei is as a special weapon, a special armor, so him dueling the enemy is not scary at all. You guys move forward over there. I'm just going to try to flank I'll just try to flank his archers. That's usually what I do. All right, you go and flank the archers. You go and flank the archers. Guan Yu, go and fight. Liu Bei's dueling, as he is, well, not the best at it, to be honest, but there we go. The cavalry just hit the archers. That's usually how things start falling apart for them. I wish you don't have to micromanage your cavalry as much in Total War as you would in Warhammer. Warhammer is terrible for micromanaging. You have to micromanage your cavalry at all times. While here, I really don't have to do that. Here, cavalry, go and chase down the guys that are fleeing. Liu Bei is winning that duel decisively here. Yeah, he's trying to run away now. The enemy runs, he just lost. So I haven't streamed video games in a while. I've streamed Mega Mech in a bit, but I haven't streamed video games in a while here. Yeah, the cavalry dealt the brunt of the damage, let's be honest. But that's how Chinese war generally was, to be quite honest. Chinese war was, well, the cavalry showed up. Well, there you go. That ends this particular part of the story. I mean, I didn't exterminate them. Geez. Oh, he's cowardly. So, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad guy to employ if he wanted to join my faction, because wise and ascetic are pretty good traits. but don't need to execute them. Just going to release them. Going to make some money off of that. I'm going to ransom the army, the enemy commander. It's going to give me more money, which is important at the start because I'm broke already. So as you can see, it is a bit of an issue. So we've won this, and now we have to capture Dong, a city in Dongping. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm not going to lead that particular battle. A little bit too easy. We're going to occupy. And, well, that's pretty much the first turn here. I need 15 units. That's the next quest I need to do. But I can't recruit turn 1. So I'm going to go and level up Liu Bei. Instinct or instinct. Mighty knockback, charge speed, or faction support. Well, I'll take faction support. That sounds like a pretty good thing to have. He has a unique sword. He has a unique armor. I mean, they're very well equipped. The three brothers are very well equipped. I can look at my commanderies, which are basically your cities, and I can see that I need to go to Puyang next, more than likely, and take out Wang Shao and not Yuan Shao. That's a bit of what it can get a little bit confusing sometimes. The names are very similar, or well, they're Chinese, so they can be a little bit difficult to understand. I'm going to upgrade this iron mine. Even though I'm kind of broke, it's good to invest that money early on. And I'm going to go and get this particular city out of the way pretty quickly. The red cities are on Empire City. They're basically like more or less, you fight against them, but they're more or less neutral. They're like things that you can conquer for fun. That's my next step. Will probably be to go get Langya and that entire province here. But I do want to secure the province I'm in first. Important to, secure a province to make money, because that's the always a big issue in these kinds of game. You need money more than anything else. More archers or more infantry? I mean, I need to recruit 2 units. I'm just going to recruit cheap things. I'm going to recruit 2 blocks of archers. It's cheap. It's functional. It can be useful in many situations. And once I don't really need them, I'll probably convert them to regular infantry. So the faction leaders up here, what I want to capture is there. I think they're at war with a couple of other regional lords here, so they're not a huge threat. All right, I've completed this quest. Growing might, bonus experience per season, replenishment bonuses, all pretty good things. I need to own, well, this side of the map now. But before I do that, like I said, I would prefer to control this particular province before I go do anything fancy on the other side. So I'm going to wait here, move in. And I outnumber him significantly. Kong Rong wants to pay me to have a trade agreement. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Give me money so I can trade with you. That's a win-win for me. So, I mean, I make more money while at the same time you give me money. Like, normally I'd see the opposite. Okay, so Jian just died. It's normal. That's just like normal situation that he dies at this particular period. But I am, it is a bit random here. It's a siege, so I have to build some siege weapons before we can do anything else. And if the enemy comes in to try to fight me, well, we're good. This is the, well, not the talent tree, but this is your research tree, which is pretty useful. bonus money from peasantry. You have to try to figure out what you want. What I would want is private tutors. This particular branch here reduces the cost of having leaders. So that's a big investment in money. So that's a good thing to have. Here is agricultural relief, things like that. This is military. Military is usually one of the later things you want because you don't need it as much at the start. We're going to try to increase my money from peasantry. I mean, I'm making a little bit of money mostly due to my trade, but that's good. I do need a little bit of money coming in. Continue siege and turn. Let's just see how it's going to go. Generally, Yuan Shao goes this way and starts taking up those territories. You don't start in a real fantastic spot with Liu Bei. You're surrounded by Yuan Shao and Cao Cao. So it is a little bit of a rougher start than many others. But you've got very good leaders, so that's a good thing. That's Cao Cao. This is Luoyang. This is where the Tyrant Dongzhou is. So, I mean, I'm in a middle spot here. Let's just try to see where I can go. Oh, yeah, the turn ended already. If I try to fight now, it's still a valiant defeat. So let's just stick around and turn. I don't really have a choice but to wait here. I want that territory because it'll secure this particular province. Once I've got a full province, I mean, I've got at least something to fall back on in terms of resources. All right. If I try to invade this turn, how does it go? Pyrrhic victory. Better than nothing. And I need to be able to keep moving. So I'll take a Pyrrhic victory. Yes, it's going to cost me a whole lot of stuff. I can execute him, and I'll get a shaman if I execute him. It's an odd thing. Or I can make $400. I prefer $400 in this situation. We're going to stay in town and heal up a bit. County school will upgrade to county academy. Schools are really good. Now, I do want more cavalry. You have to keep looking at how much money you make and how much money you spend. I do want more cavalry, and I want more infantry. So I'm going to make myself a full army, but it's going to take a while to build up to being a full army. But let's have something at the ready for when war actually becomes more important and to scare off my enemies. It's a little bit better than in Total Warhammer, since you actually have to muster the troops when they're defeated. I find that a little bit more, well, not only realistic, but more, it gives you a better idea of like how to man your troops and get everything going. So it is pretty important. So I'm getting populations going up. We've got enough food. We've got everything. Taoqian wants a non-aggression pact. Sure, that sounds like a start. Not the worst thing, not the best thing. I think he's at this guy, Wang Shao, is at war with Yuan Shao. So I am safe here because Wang Shao generally has a larger army than I do. Here, Wang Shao is one of the pretty big warlords at that time. Bandits fighting rebels. I am absolutely okay with bandits fighting rebels. I can't park myself in town. I just can't reach the town. That's annoying. Oh, well. I can still upgrade something. Oh, the communal workshops, I can't use these. Okay, this form of workshop I can't use. This form of workshop I can. So I should convert it to the type that I can use. Jetties is for fishing. That's food. I do not have extra food right now. The public order is good. The money is good. The reserve of things is going up and the population's going up. Everything here looks fine. Let's stick with it looks fine. That's better than I usually am when I'm playing this game. Generally, things are not looking fine when I play this game. Things are usually falling apart faster than they should. Oh, come on. He's coming to fight me. So basically, I have to turn around and go and beat up this guy. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go and take those territories. It's not, well, it's more of a trouble than anything else, but I don't like having to do this. This increases my food production. This takes more food. So I should improve my food production before I increase my population. That would be the smarter thing to do. Maybe I'm too aggressive as well in playing this game. This is because I come from Total Warhammer, where you have to be intensively aggressive all the time in order to be able to win. This one here might not be as aggressive. You might not have to be as aggressive, which is Wan Shao against Yang Zhangxiang. I've got another son. Zhang Fei's just getting all the kids. That's not a bad thing, to be honest. Jiang Yong, I've got, that's my court noble. He just leveled up. That's authority. Yes, I want him to have more authority because he is just running the country. Okay. Now I have access to this. Good. This one gives more experience to your characters. Not a big deal. But the one you want is ear, minus 10% character salaries. And that's another minus 10% to character salaries. And you get bonus satisfaction for some of them. It is very good. I mean, having to pay less for your generals and your commanders is a good thing in this game, because it gets very expensive very fast because you need to give people jobs, basically. So Tao Qian came into my territory chasing this guy as well. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. I mean, my army is mustering since I'm in my own territory. I'm gaining experience because I'm in my own territory as well. So I have a big advantage over this guy. Oh, I can't reach him this turn. Just to be annoying, you know. I mean, I could ambush, but I don't think he's going to come my way. So I'm just going to stick here, chasing him. Oh, Kong Rong just took his province that was there. And Tao Qian is trying to... Okay, Tao Qian killed him. So I didn't lose anything. Tao Qian lost a bunch of troops. We're doing okay. Liu Dai wants a non-aggression pact. That sounds good. Those are minor lords, so I'm not as... I need to think as I'm playing this game here. I don't want to be both friends with Cao Cao and with Yuan Shao. Dongrong, Dong Zhou has just died. So his ugly ass son just took power. I've got a mod pack that gives me more different lord pictures. It's a good thing. It just makes the game a little bit more varied. I'm not going to heavily mod this game until I actually know how to play it, basically. I mean, I could have gone and just betrayed Tao Qian, beat him up, and went in to get his territory, but I'm going to be nice and try to learn how to play the game before I start doing stupid things. This clowning is fun, but clowning usually leads to your death or an early death. So, as our troops are still not fully mustered, so I'm just going to wait still before I go to full speed on mobility. I can still upgrade to fishing harbors. This gives you more money and income from commerce. This gives you more food. And right now I'm at +1 food. If I switch to the next city level, I'm going to be in the negative. So I do need more food. So let's keep building, improving the fishing boats. Kongrong wants a non-aggression pact and gives me money. Fine. Kongrong actually like he's a descendant of Confucius, so he's a decent enough guy. And I think if I play my cards right, I might confederate him later and rather than invade him. So decent enough investment. My troops should be pretty much full strength now. Almost full strength. But I'm close enough that next turn I'll be able to. You have a special ability with Liu Bei where you can annex people rather than having to fight them. But I think I'm going to fight here and keep that bar going up so I get special bonuses instead of spending them. Wan Shao has declared war against me. Oh, of course he did. We'll see how that goes. He gives me money and wants military access. That sounds good. And I mean, I think he's at war with Wan Shao, so surprisingly, he might defend me. Last time I played with Liu Bei, Wan Shao was less aggressive. Guan Yu as a son, one of his first of many, knowing Guan Yu. There we go. Go in. Decisive victory. I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to take the city. And then I want to go and, I mean, you need to take 3 territories here to actually make what you need. Pine Woodcutter. Costs me money, but I've got money right now, and money's coming in. I can't raise another army because I don't have the actual army things going. I could assign this guy to different things here. Industrial inspection, counteract corruption, income from industry. There's a bit of industry here. There's a lot of industry here, actually. I'm going to get him to start supervising the industry. It might give me a little bit more money and keeps the guys busy and gives me potentially more XP for that guy. So all good things. That's a new useful book for an army. I'm going to go with that. He's got a skill point. Either endurance or flexibility. Redeployment costs go down. Replenishment goes up. Attrition for military shorter. Military fatigue. I like that. That's a speed up regen of your units, which is always a good thing. Yeah, I just concurred here. I'm gonna go and reduce the cost of reduce my salaries for my leaders. I mean, they're happy with having their salaries cut because we manage our money better. That's the first time I ever hear that from a military group, but still. There's people moving in around Dong in the Puyang, but Nobody killing each other yet. So we'll go with that. If I have to fight Wan Shao after, it's not a bad thing. I like to have a actual target. Okay, that's own a territory from Taoqian. Do I want to help Taoqian or help or stay out of it, basically? Do I want to be at war with both Cao Cao and Yuan Shao at the same time? No, I do not want to be at war with two major factions at the same time. That would be a very bad idea. Ear annexing would actually be better, I think, because it's a capital. I'm not going to lose time taking it over. Now I have Taoqian Ear, like right next door, that could cause me some issues, but he's not at war with me yet, and he's worried with Cao Cao in the south. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes is the appropriate answer here. It's an all sorts of people. And there we go. There's still a lot less factions than when playing Total Warhammer 3. And the bandits are fighting the rebels again. I'm perfectly okay with that. You annex this, even though I lose some of that bar at the top. It is going to be cost me a whole lot less money in the long run. It's going to be a better run. I have to build a building. And right now, it's not because I don't have money. Okay, in Dong, I can still build something. I can upgrade the town. Well, I'm going to upgrade the large town to a city. It's a bit expensive, but you need to do that every once in a while. Jiangyong just got in a level. The big things are the middle ones there, generally are the better ones. He's not a great... The problem I have with this guy is that he's not a great manager of a country, but he's better than what we have here. What does he currently have? It's +4 public order. Yeah, +4 public order is a lot better. Public order is very useful. Dong Min wants me to become a vassal. Screw you. Not interested. I mean, the best thing after that would actually be to declare war on Taoqian and take the territories from him. A little bit weird to say here, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not following historical anything here. All right. I need to reach the rank of second marquis. Guan Yu likes what I'm doing. Up to now, everything is fine. Let's just take this last city in this province. And we're good to go. So what can I build here? A whole lot of different things. I'm at +4 food here. Well, I don't have any buddy here. Fishing village is pretty good. County office, income from all sources, land registry office. That's also pretty good. That's, all the things here are good. So I'm going to upgrade the county office first because it gives me more prestige and I want to raise my prestige right now. Next up, we have to go and what's the county I want? I wanted Donghai Tangxiang. I want this here, which is his capital, actually. So, yeah, this is going to be, might be a little bit more of a threat. Might want to get more friends, actually, at this point. I don't have a whole lot of friends. I mean, I have people that don't hate me. That's a start, but I don't have a whole lot of friends. Wan Shao's against me. Taoqian doesn't like me anymore because I didn't just bend over and let him fight Cao Cao. So, not sure what I'm going to do. Okay, my army is full, so I can go on marching stance and move faster. Not a whole lot, but I mean, this is winter where you actually have penalties to movement, so it's not a bad thing here. We're gonna move here. Gonna see if we can try to be nice. So we already have a military access. We're just gonna give them military access. That's gonna be a good thing. You die. Yeah, he's really weak. Doesn't want to give me military access. You definitely won't want to unify. We don't have trade routes. I could arrange a marriage with his daughter. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Oh, he's not interested in that either. So let's not mess with that. I don't see Cao Cao. I'm too far away from him to actually be able to negotiate with them. So let's just stick with that. I made it a little bit more friendly with Kongrong. We'll see how it goes after. I am piling a little bit of money, which is a thing I normally never do in a Warhammer, in Total Warhammer. Normally you spend the money you make on battles in stuff. Now I'm piling up some money because I know I always end up broke in this particular game. Let's see how it goes. No new quests. Someone gained a trait. Okay. He is energetic. Okay. I gained a wooden fish. And some things have been done building. Okay. If I go here, I should see a bit of his territory. He's got no armies defending it. We'll take it. So this is slowly upgrading. This is needing to be upgraded. So let's get more fishing. Fish. There's a thing that improves the fishing. Yeah, this way here, it improves fishing. I'm gonna go and get it because I've got a lot of fishing, so I'm gonna go and upgrade my fishing. Managing your food is a little bit weird, but it makes a lot of sense in this particular historical context. So Kongrong is going ham and just taking up the North here. He's probably more aggressive than I was at the start, so it's my bad. Hopefully I can get some resources and some things from taking over some territories. I really would want more leaders and more commanders. Would be quite useful. This is the place I want anyways. I'm going to declare war. Oh no, I'm going to get untrustworthy. Oh well. It's a situation which happens. I can't demand surrender. Okay. Well, I'm going to build some things here and we're going to see where it goes. Okay. I can upgrade the fishing jetties again. So I'm going to keep upgrading that and have as much food as I can. Getting too much. Can you get too much food? Probably, but I'd rather have too much food than not enough. And I'm going to turn a province or two into where you actually have to build your armies and stuff. So here's Tao Qian and here's his troops. Should I go after him or try to conquer the city? I probably should go after him. Actually, defeat his general on the field rather than him going back and trying to take my territory. I'm going to see if I can reach him. That's the big thing here. Ignore the issue. Infect the enemy. Send medicine. That's very expensive. It'd be good, but very expensive. Can I reach him this turn? Doesn't look like it. Can I take the city this turn? Yes, but I casualties. Still better than nothing. I'll need this for a quest, but I also need it to. Oh, well, I just have Zhao Yun that just joined. And now I need to confederate a guy that's at the other end of the map. That's really not good. Can't put administrators in. Zhao Yun's one turn off. Now we can build in Dong. Okay. I've got an extra thing I can build. We're at -2 food, so I would need more food for this particular region. This would give me a lot more money, though. Market Wharf enhances trade and commerce income. Grain storage, public order, land development, food, population growth, food production, and drifter farming camp. I am honestly not sure what I need here. I've got a lot of industry, so it'd be good to have things that boost industry, like those private workshops. That's just military stuff. The food is probably going to be able to flow from one state to the other, so that's good. That's bonus to public order, would also be good. Income from all sources, which is also good. But this here is very good. We're going to go with that. Let's see what happens next. Let's see what Tao Qian decides to do. It's mainly the thing here. Non-aggression. Okay, that's Gongsun Zhang. Wants a non-aggression pact and give me some money. Okay, that's fine. Gongsun Zhang's at the northeast of where I am. Yeah, I am not worried about him. If I have a non-aggression pact with him, it's fine. And if I keep him around, that means that I have a little bit more chances of becoming a little bit more favorable to everybody else. I need to become second marquis so I can get more armies, more trade routes, more everything's basically. So I want to go after Tao Qian. He just ran off. I can't take his city. I can't attack him. Okay, well, that's just annoying. Got 3,000 buckaroos to manage here. That's a marketplace. That's land registration office. It improves the amount of food you get. I want that because this place is also in the negatives for food. This I can upgrade as well to the craftsman shacks. Improves my revenue. I mean, I'm broke because my treasury is almost in the negatives, but I've got a whole lot of income, which is better than I would expect. Got fishing, iron, lumber, got livestock and grain by trading. Okay. There's more things that I need to figure out here. I'd love to have a second army going. Okay, Wan Shao wants peace, and he's going to give me money. For now, yes, because I am currently in a war against someone, so I don't want to get into, more wars. And okay, his other lords coming to try to take the town I just captured. So what should I do? Go after his faction lord or go after his other lord? I'm in between the two here. What should I do? He's going after his faction commander. Might not be a bad thing here. So diplomacy, that's the war that was declared. The ancillary gained a book of songs. Okay, nothing super great. Jiang Yong is leveling up still. Good. Um, Joe Yun, I mean, he's a fantastic commander, but I don't have an army to give him. And the people I already have are also very good. I'm just going to go and beat up Tao Qian. Killing a faction leader might not be a bad thing here. Might allow me to diplomate my way through things. Okay, I can hire Zhang Ba for 190 gold. Nothing to steal. I can ransom him or I can employ him. I'll employ him. I do need more people in general. I'm going to ransom the rest of the army. And that is probably a good thing here. I'm into positive for food overall because I've got +9, a -3, and a -2. So I think I'm into positive overall here. That's a whole lot more food, but less income. That's balanced. This place produces a lot of food, so I'm actually gonna go and focus that on producing food. This entire province of Langya will be a bread basket for the rest of the empire. Dongming once again wants me to become his underling. I say no. If you play the game, you'll notice that this is what happens all the time. Dongming basically keeps trying to have you as his as a underling. So he moved his army back into, well, what is currently his capital, but it's a minor city. So he's probably going broke right now more than anything else, which is kind of what I want. We're going to take this city from him. It'll allow me to rebuild my troops a little bit this turn and cut his resources a little bit. If I go and negotiate, is there an option for like, no, there's no special option here. I do have Chow Chow here. Okay, if I negotiate with him, I can. Can I? Okay, he doesn't really want a non-aggression pact. I'd have to pay him to not go to war. Not really what I want. Liu Bei gained a level, gained one of those big middle trait here, which gives bigger buffs. So we'll just go with that. I've got like basically another army ready to go, or diplomats and everything ready to go if I need them. I just don't have the everything else I need to keep that going. Okay, reduce the cost, the salary of my people again by 10%. The more generals and the more nobles you have, the more useful this particular trait are. Right now I'm at minus 20%, which is very, very good. Kong Rong wants my wooden fish. Sure. I could have asked him something, but out of it, but making friends with people sometimes is a good thing. The biggest problem I think I have here is that I'm going to have like cities from like all sorts of provinces rather than from one single large province. And that's annoying more than anything else. Sensei got a bonus to his recruitment. Oh, okay, no huge deal there. I can demand surrender. Okay, he didn't want to surrender, so we're gonna surrender by beating him up. I haven't lost much, but I did lose some. And there, I get my marquee level, which means I can get one more trade agreement, more administrators, more armies. Assignment, maybe. I'm gonna go like this. Let's see how that goes. And my next step will be to have a trade agreement with Cao Cao. Can I get a trade agreement with you? Trade and marriage, trade territory. Oh, he does. Both factions must have a free trade route and have a border. We have a border. He probably doesn't have a trade route. That's the thing. I need to wait for that. But now I should have administrator, grand commandant for Zhao Yun, grand excellency for Zhang Ba. Well, no, nobody likes him. Like, nobody likes him. It's not a great guy to put in one of those more important positions. Put Guan Yu as the Grand Excellency. Zhang Fei as an administrator of Dong. Yeah, that sounds good. And Zhang Ba as the administrator for Langya. So I've got all my people working now in the government, not just in the military. I can start another army if need be. So Dong has a lot of food. No, that's the industry one. That has a lot of industry going. Langya, this is where all the food is coming from. No, I do not want that. Cancel construction. I want the irrigated farms. And I want, go back to the cities. Jiapi. Okay, I control all of that province. Oh yeah, that's good. I'll take another province I own completely. This year is at +7 food. I'm going to go and upgrade the city to the next level. My troops need to replenish. This is a disband unit, swap unit. This is swap it to another type. Those are militia archers. Those are Yi archers, which are a little bit better. So I'm going to switch these guys over to a better type of archers. I'm going to do that with... Can I do that with all my archers? I can do that with all my archers, I think. Well, I could actually turn these guys into crossbowmen, which is another improvement, but I'm going broke doing that, but not a bad idea. And this is going to upgrade my troops for the next battle to a better stage. Should I go after Peng Shen? Then Cao Cao probably wants that province. But Tao Qian's coming back, so I have to go and beat him up before bad things happen to both of us, basically. I don't like going to war sometimes, but sometimes you don't really have a choice. Gongsun Zhang is at war with bandits. Okay, no big deal. I don't think we're going to die if an imperial lord goes after a bunch of bandits. I've got another administrator slot available. Do I have money to hire someone? Kinda. Is there someone I'd want to hire? Jiangong. It's a tax collector. Just gonna see if there's any known faces here. Nobody. People willing to spy for me. Okay, yeah. A couple of decent mid-level ones. This one's a lookout, guerrilla, laborer, military veterans. I'm going to look here. Let's see. Inspector, outsider, trader, tax collector. You are a trader. Old. Not too old. Okay. Not a very good fighter. Tolerant, humble, and honorable. Past loyalty, cow. Corruption up only if character is prime minister, heir, or faction leader. Okay, no big deal. Humble, which is very good. And honorable, which is also very good. Yeah, I'm going to recruit you, and I'm going to stick you as a administrator of Jiapi, where I don't have currently a governor. So we've got governors all over the place. probably a good thing. It gives you more, it costs you more money to have the governor, but it saves you money. It saves you money, keeps them active, so gives them experience, and can increase the stats of the general area. So all good things in a way. He's gonna pay me in peace. No, no, no. I'm just gonna beat you up, and we're gonna go with that. I mean, it'd be simple to just peace, you know, go at peace with them and leave it at that, but not really worded. Noble individual, satisfaction, faction wide. The new guy I just hired, or new girl, I think it's a girl, is really, you just made my whole faction happier. So I will 100% take that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to demand surrender. He's going to refuse. And I'm just going to autos fight and take the city. Should I take the city or should I burn it down? Because I don't know if I want to keep that city. But if I don't, his faction's still around. So I'm just going to destroy his faction. Oh, well, a Grand Temple of Confucius Satisfaction. Okay, that is a very good building to have, so I'm happy to have it. Okay. There we go. We're going to have a mathematician with him. And yes, those increase the damage you deal, so that is very good. Zhang Fei. Garlic leaved instance, resolve military supply to your own army. This gives me even more, so I'm just going to keep that. Liu Pei. Army replenishment, own army. Satisfaction. This is very good, actually. And my resolve is, my resolve's getting good. Good. So that is good. We've got some equipment put up on my characters. Do I have any fancy mounts? No, I don't. All right. Zhang Fei just got a level. That's good. I want passion. I want trust. It's because I want those big nodes, so I'm going to try to go and get the big nodes. Okay, all the followers I have are invested. Okay. You don't have, I can go and put you there. We get a cool book. This is just cool to have a book. And you, I'm going to give you that. I want something that gives him more satisfaction. Try to keep him happy. Don't have any weapons I can give him or fancy armor I can give him. No. So let's not worry about that. He already has a cool armor. He already has a cool armor. You can't equip any of the other armors. Oh, they can put a better armor on. So at least have a better armor on everybody that can have one. Long high. So here I can upgrade the marketplace. Well, we're going to upgrade the marketplace. And then we're going to go and take, well, this province because it's the Han province anyway. So it has no real value. He wants a water clock. Okay. Let me just. I'm just checking one or two things here. There we go. I was just checking my messages, and when I do, it just switches me over. And I'm going to go back to restream, so it's going to switch me over for a second as well. Watching, but hey, that's what streaming in the middle of the day on a Sunday gives you. Okay, well, I could actually just annex it rather than fight. Well, we're going to see how it goes. Trying to be not aggressive as I was in most other games I had of this game. I am too aggressive most of the time in Total War games, and it causes me nonstop issues. I'm going to zoom out and see who I'm still at war with as well. I know I'm at war with Dongming, but Dongming's at the other end of the map. Cao Cao I'm not at war with, and I'm not bugging him, at least it seems. The council is ready. The council is meeting. Hire some pirates. Hire some pirates. Guan Yu really likes pirates. Improve infrastructure. That sounds really good. Impedes enemy logistics. I don't really care about that. So that sounds like fantastic. Improving infrastructure. I'm always okay with improving infrastructure. In every single game I've ever played, I'm always okay with improving the infrastructure. This is more. I need what? Oh, I wouldn't need tea in order to build a tea parlor. That makes sense. Well, let's just build a lodge then. It's not a bad idea. Now let's go get that extra food from fishing that I was talking about. Now that I've got the lower cost for having leaders, that's always a good thing. What's the army doing? Oh, it's because it hasn't moved. Yeah, move that way. Move that way. We're still replenishing the troops, so I'm not going to go to march stance, which blocks your recruiting and replenishment. I want my troops to be as efficient as possible. I could probably swap unit, turn those regular spearmen into better spearmen. I mean, that's still like fancy militias. Those are actual soldiers. You know, a big improvement. I'm going to start doing that actually. Turn the militia into actual soldiers is not a bad thing. Okay, he doesn't have the same accesses. So I'm going to leave it at that for him. Bay, him, I have more access. I've got the fancier cavalry if need be, but I'm broke right now. So I'm gonna switch another unit to the fancy armored and shielded people. Incredible. Putting shields on people is a revolutionary thing. Dongming keeps trying to get me to be his vassal. It's fun. The original, this is a new picture that they've added with the mod for Dongming. He has normally it's just like a generic looking dude, and it's not very fun. Did Cao Cao take? Cao Cao took this place. Damn it. Could I trade him maybe this for this? Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Because right now I have very few enemies nearby. This is like two Han provinces, Kongrong and Gonsunzang, I'm fairly friendly with. Zheirong, I don't even know who that is. Looks like a minor lord. Cao Cao, would you kindly trade territories? This is, what's the name of this place? Lujiang. Can't trade Dong. I can't trade this, but I can trade Pensheng. What's the name of this place? It's Pensheng. Okay. And I want Uoxi. Donghai. Okay. Give me this, and in exchange, I give you this. Make this work. Okay, so I'd give him a territory, and he'd give me money. I don't want your money. I want your territory. Okay, well, that didn't quite work as expected. but give him 183 bucks. It's always difficult when you do those little negotiations. Okay, one shoe is being a butt. Let's see what I can do here. Because I would have really liked to have that territory there, but I don't think it's going to happen. Assignment. Joe Yun. Supervise construction. Just keep people busy, basically. Zhang Bo as a level up. Just give him a random skill. My army, I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. Jia P, I can actually build something new. Right now, I've got a farm laborer camp and a food trader. Oh, that's why their food's in the positive even with that. But I could go and get even more food. Is there a way for me to get more food out of this? That's public order. Income from all sources. Peasantry income, militia replenishment. Yeah, well, we'll try that fancy building. I mean, I could go this way with Yubei, take this region, or go down this way and try to reach Yubiao, which is what I'm supposed to do. So, not quite fully replenished, but give it a turn and I should be able to move full speed. I've got a little bit of money coming in. I've got a little bit of everything. Let's just wait. I'm going to try to not be as aggressive as I normally am, but I'd like those territories in the north here. Because it would be securing my leadership there, or my command of a region, basically. What are you doing, Zherong? Should I go and take out Zherong? Do I have anything that would matter? Like, no. I mean, he's more or less at war with Cao Cao, so now I could move full speed and keep going. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going full speed here. This is good. Improve the fishing still. Yeah, keep improving the fishing. We like food. We like fishing. It's more money and it's more resources in my pocket. Cao Cao wants a non-aggression pact for a wooden ox. I'll do it. That's a trade I'm willing to do, basically. Gongsun Zhang is there. Okay. I'll look at the diplomatic stuff a little bit more next turn. I'm becoming friends. I'm still good friends with Kong Rong. Cao Cao seems to be getting a better friendship with. Wan Xiao and Zhang Yang. Okay. Wan Xiao. So Wan Xiao is getting attacked on every side. Not a big deal. Not for me, at least. Okay. So what can I do with you? Form coalition, probably not gonna like it. Unify, not gonna like it either. Nothing super good with Kong Rong, but he likes me. We're about as strong. So no big deal there. Gongsun Zhang is stronger than me. Wan Xiao is weaker than me. Cao Cao is equal to me, more or less. Form coalition, doesn't like it. Military access, almost. You have to pay him every turn. And I don't need to go through his territory just yet. So Dongmin, if I want peace from him, he wants me to be his vassal. So no, you can Kong Rong. We just looked already. Wang Shao, no, I've got nothing to do with him. Liu Dao is really weak. I could trade with him, though. It'd give me a little bit more money. Military access, even that he doesn't want unified, that's for sure. No. Jay Rong, that guy over there, what do you have? I can't trade with him. I mean, Liu Dai, the big thing with him is that I can actually go here and do a trade agreement, and it's going to give us both some money, and I don't have to fight him or anything, and it's going to improve my standing with him. And at some point, if my standing becomes good enough, I might be able to do something fancier. Non-aggression pacts is a good way to make friends, basically. It just increases your friendship with them enough that it pays off in the end. How much money do I have? I'm poor, but I get a lot of money every turn. So Langya Bougie, the region of Bougie. Okay, I need a lot of money to build up those two armies there, but that's actually what I might do here. Get Zhao Yun in an army and go and take those territories with the second army I have, while the main army goes down and go beat up Dongming, as an example. I think Zerong's at war with Cao Cao, so that's bad for him. I mean, I hold a decent chunk of territory for that particular era, so that's not bad. That's always the thing here. You have to look at like how much territory do you own, and my territory is contiguous as well. Here, it's not all over the place. I have no idea what Zerong is doing. All right. Well, we have to cross the river. That's the artist bit here. It's like in the good old days of what's it called? That silly game there. Oregon Trail. Crossing a river is always a big challenge. I should pile up my money. Oh, that's free to upgrade? Well, if free is a price I'm willing to pay, so I'll take free and keep piling up the money so I can hire Zhao Yun next turn, probably. I mean, it's not that I hire him. I already have him. I need him here to I want a labor recruiter. Sure. Labor recruiter for $64 and make friends with Gongsun Zhang a little bit. Not a bad thing. It's nothing that I critically need, basically. Once I have Zhao Yun here, might hire 2 lords for an army. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, he starts out with a full army. That's why he's so expensive. When you start out and you've got a full unit, it's better than, yay, the emperor has now come of age. Raise. Oh, oh, he's currently on assignment, so I can't put him in. Huh. That's annoying. Anybody fancy I could hire? Not really. Better use the people that I have with me. That's $2,650. Yes, it's a lot of money, but I think it's a good amount here. And I could put Ace. Okay, he's not liked by anybody else. Okay, well, not the best lord to have around, it seems. But I've got a little bit of money. He's got already 3 units of the good art of the good infantry and a unit of cavalry. So I'm just going to get him some archers, and he might be able to do the job on his own until I fire him for something else. Let's get more fishing, as much fishing as possible, which would mean like I'm generating a whole lot of food in Langya. which is a good thing. All right. Well, I might actually annex that. Might be easier than attacking. By doing that, yes, my bar at the top goes down, but I don't sacrifice anything. And I've got a territory for free, basically. And from here, I see Wang Kuai, Liu Shong, Wan Shao over here, Yang Shao here. I'm still at war with this guy, so I might actually go after him. And next turn. I'm going to have to wait for a couple turns for this guy to have his army ready to go, but then we should be able to go over here and take it over. I'm not quite sure. Liu Shong wants me to be non-aggressive and he gives me money. It sounds like a plan, actually. He's a very good imperial favors. I mean, he's the cousin of the emperor, if I remember right. There's a Han general running away. I don't really care about that. All right. I'm going to go and take this over because I'm still at war with this guy. Scandal at court. Guan Yu is subject to a scandal. What? What? Yu Chong is assassinated by Wan Shu. What? There's more and more what going on here. Everything's what this particular season. Yeah, just wait an additional turn, then we'll go and take this settlement. I can upgrade something in a nay. That's food. That's food. That's also food. I've got a lot of food production. I would need some money production regions here. Well, if Yu Chong got assassinated, who's running his country? Let's see here. Yu Chong, I heard you got assassinated. Why are you still here? I mean, we could form a coalition with him. Non-binding agreement to fight mutual enemies. That actually wouldn't be terrible. Let's look if I need to be able to do that with someone who's actually like equal to me, like Cao Cao. Okay, form coalition. He definitely doesn't want that. Just military access. Okay, military access he gives me, so that's a good way to negotiate up. Wrong. Form coalition. He still doesn't want that. Wan Shao. He's in a strange position. Like, he's weaker than me, which is weird for Wan Shao. Is that the only territory Wan Shao has? I mean, if that's his only territory, that's... I mean, it's mean to say, but I might go and invade him. It might be my best bet here. We'll just try to annex this one. No, it's the village. You should annex villages. You should annex capitals. Wan Shao wants a non-aggression pact. No, actually, I'm thinking of invading you. That's weird to say because you like me, but I also like you, and I like where you are and what resources you can bring me. I mean, if I could just unify and just have them work with me, it'd be better. Oh, well, there's the other guy. That's one Shao. I might have to just. I'll have to siege this city for a while, I think. Which is not bad, but. Zhang Yan is at peace with Wan Fu. Yu Shong has been replaced. Okay, he just died. Just recruited someone. Okay, who did I recruit? Oh, Wei On, which is another legendary lord. Okay, just cancel annexation, attack, take it over. He's not super well equipped, but better than nothing. Take it over. What do they produce here? It's a grain field, more food. Okay, recruit. Got Wei Yan sticking around here. He doesn't like Wamba, but is there a way for me to switch? Not really. There's not really a way for me to switch who's the leading unit here. I mean, you might not like him, but you need to work with him right now. And I'd rather have that. And just get me some archers. We'll have an actual army here. Trust, wisdom, reach. Wisdom sounds good. There, we'll buy that. There, we'll go with that. I'm not 100% sure what everything does in this game still. All right, I'm here. I want that particular city to be mine. So close defeat. That's because it's a siege. Demand surrender? Okay, he doesn't want to surrender. I've had demand surrender work once in like all the games that I had with this particular game, but better than nothing. Gonna try to starve him out. Reject. I don't want to work with Dongming. What I would want is almost to go through here and go and take the imperial seat, but that would be probably quite a challenge. Let's see. If I try to attack now, it's valiant defeat. So let's just continue siege. I've got an administrator who got a level. That sounds good. It's the tax collector guy that I hired. This particular province, I can upgrade. This is the more balanced option. And you go towards the other city, and we'll annex it when we can. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Not going to lose forces annexing this place, and it's going to be pretty safe. Then I've got a pretty secure location where I'm at. Kong Rong's not wanting to fight me. Cao Cao's not wanting to fight me. It's pretty good. The bandits want a non-aggression pact. I'm not going to fight the bandits. Okay. It's a good group of people to fight, though. Bandits are never well liked, so. I don't think I've got enough administrators to put another administrator here, though. Another lord of the land. I need to go up a rank, basically. There we go. It's a free province, basically. That's more fishing as well, and we know that I am very good at fishing. I only have one province that is in the negative for food production, which is weird, but how it is. And you, if you try to raid now, what does it say? Valiant defeat still. Okay, well, we're going to wait here. Supplies have depleted, so they're just now their troops are crumbling. So that's pretty good for me. We'll just stick at that. Yeah, I don't have another administrator slot open. Got my things there. There's the Imperial Intrigue that I have no idea how that works. But I'm not going to mess with it right now, to be honest. Is this guy going to try to fight me? I'm honestly not sure. He's in my territory being all sneaky like. So, oh, he's trying to come out of the fort. Well, I'm going to fight the war, beat him, lost a decent chunk of troops. I'm going to ransom his people anyways. I need the money and the unity to go back up. You die wants military access and gives me money. That's fine. He's a tiny little thing. He's better than he was. He was 2 arrows down before. Now he's just 1 arrow down. It's probably the money I'm giving him through the trade agreement we have that might actually have allowed him to move better. Zhang Fei, battlefield surgeon. That sounds weird. I need to give money to food to Yuan Shao. He wants to adopt someone. Sure, adopt them. It's fine. Wang Shao is gone. This is Zhang Anfu. He has Zhang He, which is a great general. But, I mean, Yuan Shao seems to be in a very bad shape right now. So that's unfortunately for Yuan Shao. This is where I'm going to go next, I think. I mean, Guanping, just a regular noble. Could move Zhang Ba out of the administrator slot he is in and replace him with Wei Yan. Because I think I want Wei Yan more to level up than him. Remove from office. Wei Yan here. And I want him in Chang'an. Yes, over there. Okay, what does the court want? Skill tree reset, not very useful. Losing money, getting a huge amount of population growth, that might not be bad. Instigate a rebellion against Kong Rong, which is an ally. I don't want that. Military instructor to army. Yes, that is a very good idea. Oh, I can build stuff everywhere. Okay. This is an increasing the level of the city. This is like improve everything. That's more fishing. I'll go with the more fishing thing. It's expensive, but I think it might be good. Ane, I can upgrade the farmer camp. Wei, I can upgrade. Oh, Wei, I need to convert these to something else. Okay. This place has food shortages, but they've got everything else. That's good. What is that? Oh, grain stores. Okay, that's not bad, but yeah, I'm gonna eel myself for a couple turns here. Food production goes up. Replenishment goes up by 2%. Woo. Doesn't look like much, but 2% can be useful. That's the trade route region, isn't it? Yeah, that's the trade route stuff. That's one extra trade agreement. I will take that. Sino-Roman embassies. Go and chat with the Roman empires. Guanping, he has a level. Okay, 2 levels, actually. Oh, go this way. There you go. Good regular general. All right, well, let's see how thing goes. Gonsanzong wants military access and gives me money. Okay, who do you want to go fight? That's the question. But I'll take it. Cao Cao is going through my territory with, I think there's Zhao Yuan. Right now, we're not doing much, to be honest. But we need the money. The looters and the rebels are going to war. An empire in Wanshu go to war. Okay, well, poor Wanshu. Okay, this I should convert from the communal farms to the food market. Gives you a lot more money. So we'll go with the lot more money kind of thing. I can upgrade other things. Okay, just regular building stuff. Let's keep building basic things. My problem might be that I have too much food now, which is always a weird thing to have. Is Kong Rong at war with Yuan Shao, and I'm going to get like that territory stolen from me? Okay, well, let's see what I can do with Cao Cao. I want to trade territories. I still want to get rid of Penshen Lujian. And in exchange, I want Donghai Waxi. And make this work. Just, I'm going to give you money for territory. That's not what I want. Trade territory. Donghai Waxi. Okay. And make payment. Say everything I've got, everything I can get. I mean, I'd have to go up here. Like, can I just type it in? 1,357. What does that does? What does that do? Okay, it's not enough. The money I have is not enough for me to buy the territory off him, even in a trade. Okay, well, that is a good thing to see. Liu Dai. Bro, just unify. Unify or war. Yeah, that's a way to look at it. People are not going to like it, but there you go. Unify or war worked. So I just took Liu Dai's territory and I have a free army out of it. But I'm going to disband it. I don't need that army, basically. And I don't need his characters. Liu Dai. Okay, they're not like aided from anyone. Like, they don't hate me or anything. They're just not very good. They're low level. Probably just gonna go here and release from service and release from service. There we go. Oh, that's my wife. You know. No, okay. Sorry. No, that's Liu Dai's wife. I don't need her. That's money spent for nothing. That's my wife. My wife was confused when I said that's my wife. I understand why she was confused as well. I don't want Kong Rong to go and beat up Wan Xiao. Wan Xiao, Wan Xiao, you will unify with me or we'll go to war. There we go. I am currently forcing people to become at peace with me. It might not have been the most nice things to do, but Wan Xiao, though, that's a very good leader to have, but it's expensive. So recall this. I'm back to positive money. I've got my other army all the way up north here. Those two don't like each other, though. So I'll actually recall this guy. And I think Wei Yan and Wan Xiao could work together. Let me look here. Characters. Wan Zi, Kurt Noble. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of characters again. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to start firing people again. Wan Tan, the unfavored son. He's level 4. That's pretty good. Wan Zi, you are released from service. I'm not banishing anyone. Okay, that's Wan Xiao's wife. I'm going to keep her around. That's Wan Xiao. That's it. That's Yuan Xiao's good son, but he's lower level than the bad son. So you're fired. Isn't that the way you actually manage a kingdom? Maybe not. Maybe not. The king of HR, yes. Kingdom HR, yes. Got a couple. I mean, Wan Xiao being level 4 and Wan Tan being level 4 is pretty good. And the rest of my people seem to like each other. So it's not bad. He's got a grudge against Wan Shu and Dong Min. That's pretty fine. He's fond of Yuan Xiao, so that's not too bad. And he works for me now. Well, there you go. He's arrogant. That's the biggest problem here, but charismatic and dutiful is really good. He's vain, which is not that great, but he's not a terrible commander. Let's bring them. And that gives me another full province here. And I'm going to go to, if any war is to happen, it's going to be towards this region. So you two go and meet up. You know, one of those they meet up. Whoa, which is one is the coolest, yo, kind of thing. Yes, I did that because I'm pretty sure Kong Rong would have invaded Wan Xiao and things would have been bad. With 2 annexations like this, I'm probably going to have some more enemies pretty soon. So I'm going to maybe, just hang around and see what happens. Yeah, Kong Rong was going to invade Wan Xiao. Luo Jun, which is Liu Chong's descendant, military access and some money. Sure, that sounds like an okay. I don't really want to fight him. There's Zhang Yang and there's Han Fu here. Han Fu looks interesting mainly because I want to have Zhang He. I'd like to have Zhang He as a subordinate. I mean, I've got a couple good subordinates from what I've just done here, but war declared Liu Bei and Yuan Shu, or we can wait. I don't know where Wan Shu's territories are. Declaring war against them is not a bad thing, though, because a lot of people don't like Wang Shu right now. So strangely enough, it's a good person to go to war against because I'm at war. Being at war with him means that I'm, making money. Tao Tao wants my trader. If I negotiate, you want my trader, and I want The same thing we've been asking for a while here. I give you Lujiang, and you give me Haixi. Nope, he doesn't. He's not interested in that. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I might go to war against Wan Fu next. I don't know what my territories and my everythings look like with him. I'm gonna have to check like what the current status of the whole thing is. I mean, I'm supposed to go and meet up with Liu Biao and then try to unify with him. That's what I'm supposed to do, like more or less historically. Just haven't moved in that direction. Zerong has declared war on Cao Cao. Kaiyan's festivities. So daughter was kidnapped. The bright Kaiyan might be lost forever. How do I do this? Okay, I need to have the money ready when that happens. So I might actually just pile up money this turn. You keep moving towards your new friend Wan Xiao. It's weird that Liu Bei and Wan Xiao's are friends, but you know, that's how it is. So Wang Kuang, what's your deal? He is weak, he is neutral against me. Okay. Han Fu is noble, very poor, equal money, weaker than me. Zhang Yang. Oh, I've got a military access with Disbrew. All right, let me think of what I want to do. Who I want to invade next. Yeah, that's the weird thing to say. Do I want to mess with Anfu yet? I want to move towards the capital. That's what I think I'm going to have to do here for my next big thing. So, if I want to move towards the capital, I can take this guy. He is not much of a threat. And those are archer militias. Can I upgrade his archer militias to something better? The regular archers, maybe? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just have just better units overall. He's got very good cavalry and very good infantry there. I'm gonna keep as much money as possible, which sounds weird because I'm usually spending everything, which is the normal way of playing a Total War game, at least normally. But if I can get that special event done, maybe that'll be cool. There, you learn this trick. Got a bunch of nobles. I've got a bunch of things. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. Am I still married? That is a good question. Am I still married? Because okay, well, Liu Jun got military access. You can open a trade agreement with him. That's free money for me, and he's not a huge lord, but he's an okay sized one. Cao Cao doesn't have trade agreements available. I want to show him at Warwit. Where is he? It's always hard to see, like, because I just have that limited scope here. I mean, I've got a huge territory. I'm probably one of the larger territories in this particular. Yeah, Wanshu, you're rebuilding. You are coming to meet up with him. I want to see here what happens with that event. If I have the money, I'd be able to hire a new lord. That's what it seems here. Or rescue a princess, whatever, and then marry her off to someone. It'd be nice to actually have marrying control. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hans Fu wants a trade agreement. Oh, I might be able to confederate him at some point, actually, and not have to fight him. It's always what I like fighting in these games and try to expand this way, but I'm still a peaceful guy. You know, purchase or freedom for 2,000. It's not even that much. Sure. There you go. Lady Liu, Court Noble, Koyang, Court Noble. Okay. She's got 3 levels. That's good. Let's just go with this. She is a Court Noble, which means not much to me, at least. There we go. Here we go. I am not quite sure how you can do the whole thing here. There's some people I like, some people I don't. He's a general, etc. Wei Yan. Can you equip a better weapon? No, unfortunately. Wan Shao, he probably has a fancy sword. He has a fancy sword, a really fancy armor. He has a really fancy bow. It's always cool. I mean, she's ready to spy for me, but if I wanted to spy, she's got a good book here. Legendary strategist. Okay. I might load her up in the army with Wei Yan and Wan Shao. My problem right now is that I don't really... I've got assignment slots. That's through. Because I've got Zhao Yun that I haven't used either. Wantan, he's kind of likable. And come from peasantry. Sure, you can do that. Here. Oversee mustering, military exercises, or military acquisition. This guy is really military minded. Okay, well, where did I have a lot of industries? Can't remember. Where did I have a lot of industries? My problem is that I have food everywhere and not industry everywhere. Food. This year had food. Okay. Langya was still the same. Commerce. That's commerce. Not industry. It's industry that I want. Okay, this is where there's a lot of industry. Okay. Zhao Yun, go do the industrial exploitation over there. And here, counteract corruption, farm development. There we go. Here, you can go and do the agricultural exploitation thing over there. We'll have people working, trying to keep my people at work here. In a way, I can build grain silos. We'll build grain silos. We've got a lot of money still coming in. Oh, he's not parked in a city. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and park him in a city. That sounds like a better idea. All right. Well, we've got things moving. I don't know how you can increase your... Like, you've got negative population and there's no way to really manage that? I'm not sure. I mean, I could try to just force this guy to join my faction as well, again. But I mean, I've done that twice already. And this guy, I don't know really. So Zhang Yang. No, that's Wang Quang. Yeah, sure. Sure, that doesn't look like a bad idea. All right, where do we go next? Jade Bird. You have a dream of a Jade Bird. Wan Xiao and Liu Bei become better friends. Sure, that sounds like a good thing. And we're just going to demand surrender. He's not wanting to. And we're going to starve them out. I don't need to rush things. Wei Yan's still moving swiftly towards his objective. I can upgrade ear to the arbor traders. That's not a bad idea. And you, Kai Yan, there, we'll have that archer militias. That's terrible. But, we'll live, we'll make do with what we have. That's income from commerce going up. That's trade influence going up. Trade influence might be a good thing here. We'll try that. Might increase. Yeah, it increased my revenue by a decent amount. Oh, I can become a marquis. Well, I'll become a marquis. A trade agreement. Additional administrators. Yes. An additional army. Yes. You need to get to Duke for my next big thing here, but I'm more powerful. I've got a Grand Director and a Grand Tutor. Grand Director Wan Xiao and Grand Tutor Kai Yan. Ooh, plus 36. Oh, is the game freezing? The game is freezing. It didn't like that. Damn it. Guess I crashed the game. I'll have to reload. Maybe it'll wake up.